Hey guys, welcome to question FM173 of the Further Maths Fortify study guide. This question reads, a library charges a late fee of $10.30 if customers don't return their books within 1 week. The library charges interest after the due date at the rate of 2.5% per month on the amount of their unpaid late fee. The interest on this amount will compound monthly. Rose is a month late to return her books and pays the full amount owed on her late fee. Question A says, how much does Rose pay? Round your answer to the nearest cent. So for part A, now Rose is a month late to return her books, which means that she's going to cop the $10.30 late fee and also one lot of that 2.5% interest on her late fee, which means if we want to chuck it into a calculator and create a calculation out of it, we've got our $10.30. And we're going to multiply that by 1 plus 2.5 over 100, which should give an answer that rounds to $10.56. Now let's have a quick talk about this calculation here, what it's doing. So that $10.30 was the balance of her unpaid late fee, and because another month passed, we're in this 1 plus 2.5 over 100 means we're increasing this amount by 2.5%. This 2.5 dividing by 100 turns our percentage value into decimal value and then adds it to 1 to make sure that we're increasing $10.30 by 2.5% and not just finding 2.5% of that. Moving on to part B, it says let Ln be the amount owed on the late fee after n months. Part B, write down a recurrence relation in terms of L0, Ln plus 1 and Ln that models the amount of the late fee. So of course our L0 value is going to be 10.30 to model that $10.30 that we initially caught for the late fee. And then as always, we're going to have Ln plus 1 equals some rate times Ln. So we're going to go through the calculation of that rate. So R is going to equal 1 plus 2.5 over 100 because we're increasing by 2.5% each month. And if we were to simplify that down, we would get a value of 1.025. So I'm going to replace that over here. We have 1.025 times Ln. Might even write that out a bit bigger. So we're going to have Ln plus 1 is equal to 1.025 times Ln. Part C goes on to say that Harley pays the full amount of his late fee 6 months after the due date. How much interest is Harley charged? Round your answer to the nearest cent. Now, you could use this recurrence relation that you've just made and go through 6 sort of iterations of that, which would take a fair while, or what I'm going to do here is create an nth rule, or a rule for this system, and use that to jump straight to the 6th value. So we know that I'm going to use Ln equals R to the power of n times L0, our initial value. So substituting for R and L0, we end up with Ln equals 1.025, the same rate that we found before, to the power of n times $10.30, as that is our initial value. Substituting n for 6, we get L6 equals 1.025 to the power of 6 times $10.30. And this, of course, is equal, if you plug that into a calculator, it will spit out 1194 if we're rounding. Now, that isn't our final answer because this question asks how much interest is Harley charged. So we're going to get rid of this initial late fee. So doing that, we have 1194 take $10.30. Well, that means that after all of this, we're being charged an interest value of $1.64, which is your answer for part C. Guys, if you have any questions about this, please drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in our next video.